Hello, this is Andrew of Great Lakes Numismatics. I'd like to talk to you a little bit today about getting started in coin collecting, how to, what the rewards are, and just kind of an overview of some different topics. We'll go into some more detail in some other videos that you can check out. So if you enjoy what I'm about to talk to you about, please hit like, subscribe, help out getting this channel going. So let's get started. So how do you get started in coin collecting? First off, just take a look at your pocket change, see what you have in there. There's lots of different designs out there now in US coins, and the Mint has been changing some things around lately to try to spark interest in coin collecting, so it's a perfect time to start learning about some of these things. See what you can find in your pocket change. You can even find some old stuff still in your change. It's not, you don't see as many of the old designs as you used to, but they're still there. Um, there's different techniques for looking for this stuff, but to just get started, pretty much no expense except for taking a look at your pocket change. You're starting a coin collection right there. Now, how do you know what you're looking for? Well, watching videos like this is a good start. The other thing I can recommend is purchasing a book. Uh, the standard book out there is the Guide to United States Coins, also known as the Red Book. There's also a blue book, which is a slightly different version, but you're more likely going to find the Red Book, and that's the one most people start with. There's mintage information, there's information about the different designs, uh, how they came about, the different years and mints they were produced at, as well as a, a price guide. Uh, just remember it's a guide. These prices are accumulated over the previous year, and actually the book is published several months before the new year. I'm already referencing a 2020 Red Book, and I've had it for a couple months, and I'm recording this in August. So, the prices are not up to date, but it gives you kind of a ballpark figure of what is valuable and what's not. Um, and, the big thing too is don't get caught up in the prices. Find something you enjoy collecting and go with that. Do it for the enjoyment and not the money. You're going to enjoy the hobby much more if you look at it for the pure enjoyment and not for the possibility of making a few bucks. It is possible to make some money collecting coins, selling coins, but you really have to do a lot of research, a lot of selling, and it's not something average collector is going to be making a living doing. That being said, look at it for the pure enjoyment. If you make a little bit of money on it, that's great. I used to sell a lot on eBay, and kind of made a little bit of a business at it, made a little bit of money, but times changed and I moved on to different things. So, yeah, it's possible. Like I said, to get started, keep your investment down. When you get into any hobby, you don't want to just jump in and spend a bunch of money before you even know if you're going to enjoy the hobby. For example, if you're going to go play golf, the first time you go play, you're not going to spend $700-800 on a set of clubs just to see. I did it once. I didn't really care for it, so I'm gonna throw these in the closet. You can pull a handful of change out of your pocket, take a look, see what you got, and go from there. Now, what do you do once you've done that? Like I said, you get the Red Book. You learn a few websites. There's some good ones out there, which I'll get it more into either later in this video, or probably talk about it more in some more advanced videos. But learn to identify them. Do some research. Read through the Red Book. Find something that you really like. Something that for example, you can find in your pocket change. Lincoln Cents is a great one to start with. You're spending a penny each in the ones you save. Uh, and you can get pretty close to a full uh, set from the Lincoln Memorial design all the way through the current Shield design uh, out of pocket change. There's a few varieties. If you're becoming interested in the varieties, they're a little tougher to get a hold of, and you're more likely to have to buy if you're going to have one. But Lincoln Cents is a great one to start saving out of change. Get yourself a folder. There's basic folders out there. A couple different companies make them. The best known are Whitman, Harris. And you can find those at a lot of hobby stores. If you have a local coin shop, they're most likely carry them. And if you ask, coin shops will often buy collections that people have had these folders for years, and the coin shops don't really use them for anything. So you might be able to buy them used, spend $1 or $2 on them. There's a local antique shop that has a coin section, and they have a stack of these folders that are like $1 or $2 each. So it's a minimum investment. It allows you to organize your collection. It's a great way to start, with the goal to fill one of these folders. And it's also a great way if you have kids to do it with them. Get out your pocket change in the evening, get your folders out, and see what you can add to it, see which ones you can find in better condition than the ones you had. It's just great bonding time with your family. Okay, so you've started collecting, you started looking and filling up these albums, or folders, I should say. Albums are slightly different in the coin world, but you ask yourself, I'm starting to get bored with the pocket change, and I'd really like to get into some more advanced coin collecting. So where do I get my coins? Well, every now and then you find some better ones in your change. I've found Indian head pennies, Liberty nickels. They're still finding Buffalo nickels and wheat cents, and if you look hard enough, you'll find some silver. One of the best ways to do this inexpensively is to get rolls from your bank. Lots of times they want you to get them in quantity, and you'll have to order them. A box of pennies is $25. Some banks ask you to get 2 at a time, but we'll get more into roll hunting in a future video. But that is one option. You can get these, go through them. Again, another great way to bond with your kids, teach them what they're looking for, and just spend some time looking for these things. And it's a great way also to find varieties that once you learn what they are, you can identify them and build an interesting collection that way. Okay, so you've tried that, and now you want to get into, say, building a set of Buffalo nickels, or just something you don't see and change all the time. So there's lots of different ways you can buy coins. There's also ways you can get ripped off buying coins. I would suggest finding a local coin shop. Go in there early in your desire to collect coins. Get some supplies there, and we'll talk more into the supplies that you'll need as you're collecting, and I'll devote an entire video to some of these supplies as well. Now, when you go in there, ask questions. A coin dealer is hoping you're going to be a long-term customer. So if they're a good dealer, chances are they're going to talk to you. It's their business. They're going to enjoy talking about coins. They're going to enjoy answering your questions and probably showing you some stuff that you might be interested in. And a lot of coin dealers will specialize in the more expensive coins, especially if it's in like a jewelry shop or something like that. But try to find one where it has a lot of stuff that beginners can get into. Has the more common date stuff, and and by common date stuff, I'm referring to stuff that there's millions out there, but you just don't find them in change anymore, so you're gonna have to hunt them down. And early wheat cents in better condition, buffalo nickels, mercury dimes. Still you will find those occasionally, but chances are you're going to have to buy them. And that's where studying coins becomes important. Read about what you're interested in. You know, study that section in the red book. And good also while I'm saying study what you're interested in. It's usually a good idea to kind of specialize and just concentrate in one area at first, like say the wheat cents or Jefferson nickels or buffalo nickels, and learn all you can about those so that when you are buying, that you're buying something that's worth the money you're spending on it. Now, there's a lot of specialized books out there too. Um, you know, in a series by one of the better known authors, Q. David Bauer in Numismatics, he has a series on a bunch of different coins. I've read a couple of them, and they're very informative. They'll tell you the things to look for, and you'll know a lot about the coin that you're interested in if you read these books. Um, but you can avoid being ripped off that way, and uh, you know coin dealers have a tendency to get a reputation for trying to rip off their customers. The vast majority of them are not trying to rip you off. They're trying to make a living buying and selling coins. To make a living, they gotta buy them for less than what they sell them for. And I'm not going to get into a long debate about it, but that's just the way business is. And uh, you can find what you need there because they're doing things in bulk, and they need to buy a lot and sell a lot and buy at a much lesser price than what they're selling them for. So if you go to sell your coins, they're going to offer you a lot less than what they're going to try to sell the same coin to you for. And that being said, there's a lot of places that will rip you off. Avoid Etsy, for example. There's a lot of people that put common date, worn, circulated coins on there and ask astronomical prices for them, and that's not the way to go. Again, if you're knowledgeable, you do your research, you're going to recognize that they're trying to rip you off. Um, Watch eBay carefully. You can find some good deals on eBay. There's some good sellers on eBay, but there's also a lot of bad sellers that are selling fakes. That's a big problem in coin collecting now, is especially the Chinese fakes. Again, that's where research becomes very important, especially if you're buying a higher valued coin. And if you're watching this video, chances are you're not looking to buy the most expensive coins right now. Yeah. But when you do get to that point, it's very important to look at the coin that you're considering buying and compare it to a known real coin. You'd be surprised at how many common coins are being faked right now too. When I got into the hobby when I was a kid, it wasn't that big of a problem. There were fakes out there, mostly trying to modify coins to look like a more valuable variant or date or mint mark. And today it's become I won't say epidemic, but there are a lot of fakes out there you need to be aware of. Wish, the app on the internet, 99.9% of what is offered on there are fake coins. Stay away from them. There's a couple other places like that that are selling obvious fake coins. Another way to buy coins that you should avoid is the ads you see in newspapers, magazines that say offer you a Morgan dollar for $10 plus shipping and handling, but then the fine print, it says they're going to be sending you coins on approval. And most of the time they're going to send you coins that are overpriced and overgraded. So avoid that, especially if you don't know what you're getting yet. You know, all these little tips and tricks we'll get into in more detail in other videos, but this is just meant to give you an idea of what to do next, and I hope you found this informative. And just remember, coin collecting can be very rewarding. Give you a sense of accomplishment as you complete sets. It'll help you build some value to put back either for yourself later or to pass on to generations. But you gotta know what you're doing with that also, or you can very easily pass on something that's basically worthless that you spend a lot of money on, and that's what I'm trying to help you avoid at this point. But it also offers you a chance for continued learning. If you know, as an adult, I feel it's very important to continually learn. And in coins, you'll have plenty of opportunity to do that. There's plenty of different ways to collect. Whether you stay with U.S. coins, get into ancient coins, get into world coins, you start looking at the history behind why a certain design existed, or why they made a change in coins, or why a certain coin is rare. You can learn a lot about history that way. So again, I hope you found this video informative. Please hit like, subscribe to the channel. It'll mean a lot to me. I'd like to do a lot more of these videos. Like I said, this is the first one for this channel, and I plan on putting out a lot of content. I have quite a few things planned for the future, as well as maybe some interesting live streams. So again, thank you very much, and see you in the next video. Bye.